Quest. Every week I'm bringing you someone absolutely extraordinary to help you blow up your business and your life. And this week is about your epic book marketing. And today, this is Nathaniel.
Hi.
Nice to have you here in my living room of all things. And so Allie is one of our co-authors of Your Epic Book Launch, and she's actually a phenomenal entrepreneur. And let me see, she's been a best-selling author on the #1 bestseller list for over 16 weeks. She sold over 40,000 copies of her book, Sparkly Me, and she helps people publish their books and do e-publishing and loves to talk about book marketing. And that's what we're here for today. So thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And we were going to do a Skype interview, but she thought, I want to see you. So
Yeah, I want to connect. I love to connect with people. And that's what you do when you write a book. It's all about connecting with people.
So talk to me tell everybody a little bit about where you're from and how you got into writing books.
Sure. So I'm originally from Israel, and I moved to the US about 8.5 years ago. I'm also a pastry chef. So a long time ago, I wrote a children's cookbook and tried to get it published, but it was almost impossible to get a deal from a publisher or even to find an agent. I got great responses, but they told me your marketing platform is not big enough. You don't have enough followers on Twitter.
Right, your marketing platform, because when you have a publisher, they don't necessarily do any marketing for you. No. They're a distribution house, and they said, well, who's going to buy your book if you don't already have 1 million people following you?
Exactly.
Okay.
They're not going to do any marketing for you, and that's the bottom line, and that's what I tell people. So even if you get a publisher, you have to do all the marketing.
See, this is what I just had someone talk to me from Australia, and he said he got this great book deal. He partnered with 2 very successful people in his industry to go ahead and get some positioning, which he's really grateful for from a branding perspective. But now he's with this major publishing house, and they did nothing about his book marketing. And he unfortunately negotiated a deal where he doesn't get any royalties from his book, and the book doesn't have a business behind it that it feeds and grows his list. So while he's a phenomenal branding book, he doesn't have anything for his personal business and his personal marketing. He can leverage that. But so you had that challenge with your book. Then what'd you do?
And then I heard about Kindle. I didn't know about it until then. That was about 2.5 years ago. And since the cookbook wasn't ready, I wrote a children's book, which is my passion.
Okay, so hold on. So your book wasn't ready, and then you found out that you could publish your book before it was done.
Yes, that's
using
something.
Kindle.
That's something that you can do. So I wrote a children's book. I mean, the cookbook, I'm going to publish it in about 2 months because it's not ready yet. The cookbook.
Oh, wow. So hold on. The original book that you wanted to publish, you didn't choose to publish that?
No.
Okay, so why do you go for the children's book first?
It was easier for me. That's my real passion. I love children's books, and my daughter was there. I wrote the book about my daughter. She loved sparkly things. I don't know if you have young girls, but around the age of 5, they all into sparkles. So that was what my book was about
well, and
her.
this is a competitive niche, actually.
It is
Because when my daughter's book came out, The 3 Ninja Kitties, we were looking at how to go ahead and strategically become a best-selling author by how we placed this book. And we saw that there was a lot of competition.
Oh, there is.
And so you hit the #1 bestseller with this book for 16 weeks in a row. So how did you accomplish that?
So first of all, I just published it, and then I said, but you probably need to do something in order for people to find you.
Right, which I think this is the sequence I think people go through. They say, I want to write a book. Like, or if they finally decide that they want to write a book, they're like, I can write a book. And then, yes, they can write a book. Then the question is, okay, well, I want to publish a book. So it's first thing, can I get it written? Then can I publish it? Then they get it published, and they're like, oh, great, I'm published. Who's going to buy it?
Exactly.
Okay, so I love the fact that that's what happened to you. So, okay, so you are now trying to sell your book or figure out how to market it.
So it was an ebook. And I figured out that everything has to be online. It's not about going to schools, call them, have an author visit. It's about online marketing. And I did some research. I was, I didn't really know what to do back then. My first book, how do you market it? I did some research. I figured out that there are websites out there that you can let them know when your book is going to be free on Amazon, and they will reach out to thousands of people to let them know. So that's the first thing that I did.
Well, and in our Epic book launch system, so if you get your Epic book launch or you get the program that we have behind it, teaching people how to write their book, publish their book, promote their book, that's one of the phases of your launch. We have the pre-launch, which you did. I pre-launched your book. It wasn't even done yet, but you put it up for sale. Then we have the e-launch, which is the ebook, what you're talking about. It's done. A lot of people will go to the paperback launch. Not that you has to be in this sequence, but it can be, because, to have a physical book, I think, is a powerful thing.
Yes, it is.
And then the free launch is a whole new marketing campaign and a strategy. One of our other co-authors, actually, I don't know if you knew this about Aaron, but he had 180,000 downloads of his book, grew his list to over 12,000 people
amazing.
In a year and a half. From nothing, from absolutely zero, from his marketing list, like your publishers were looking at. Okay, so then you did a free launch, and what happened with your book next?
So the first day, I think like 3,000 people downloaded the book.
In one day?
In one day.
That's excellent.
And then sales started to come in. And
so you ran it for a certain period of time, and then you shifted the price and started charging?
Yes, I shifted to 99 cents. That's how much you could do.
Right.
Back then. Today you can price it a little higher.
So what we're going to do is we're going to pick that up. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Greatness Quest on the Whatever It Takes Network with his ally, Nathaniel, and we're talking about how you can market your book. We'll talk to you in just a minute. Hey guys, welcome back. You're watching Greatness Quest. I'm Trevor Crane here in my living room with Allie Nathaniel, who's a best-selling author, one of the co-authors with Your Epic Book Launch, and we're talking about how she first wrote Sparkly Me, a children's book in a very competitive niche, and marketed it. And this is about how you can market your book. So you were talking to us about having 3,000 downloads of your book in your first free launch promotion.
Yes.
So tell us what's next.
So 3,000 free downloads and then sales, and I was able to get to be number 600 on Amazon's rank for 16 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. And
so that's on all of the Amazon store and books.
Yes.
Yeah, not necessarily in mattresses, but in books. You were
books.
number 600 or 600 and something.
Yes, which means anywhere between 100 to 180 copies a day.
Oh,
that was huge.
That is huge.
That's huge. Yeah.
And for 16 weeks, you're over 100 to 200 copies?
Yeah.
Okay, I was at a networking event this morning. That's why I'm all suited up today. And I was giving a talk, and I asked the business owners, there are probably 30 to 40 in the room, and I said, how many of you have a book? And nobody raised their hand. There was one guy that was kind of like this, and he'd written a fantasy book, but not for his business.
Yeah.
And we talked about how people are out there searching. There are questions to me were around, well, how do I find more people to buy my stuff? How do I get more people into my store? How do I communicate about my low-cost things? How do I communicate about my high-cost things? How do I create a system to get people to want it and buy, which is why I was there. And they said, well, why would you like a free marketing strategy? You know, the biggest search engine on the planet for buyers is Amazon, and you don't have a book there telling them about what makes you and your store and your shop and your service unique, and you're making 200 sales, 100 to 200 sales a day with one marketing strategy that anybody can do. Now, does it cost anything to do a free promotion for your book?
It didn't cost me anything back then because I did everything by myself. I went on, 100 websites just to let them know that my book is going to be free on July 2nd, let's say.
100 websites, or is that an exaggeration?
No, it was anywhere between 50 to 100 websites.
And you personally, so you did the research to find them,
yes,
and then you said my book's going to be available. So you did a lot of work. So this was you learning to become an internet marketer.
That was a lot of work, and that's what marketing is.
Okay, so it wasn't just going to KDP Select and say I'm going to have my book for free on here for 5 days. You did real marketing, so you found out where people were going to promote your book. blog sites and did all this homework and then told them about it.
Yes.
So then that's what got you to get a lot of downloads in a short period of time. And then that creates, what does that do on Amazon? When you get to, when you do a campaign like that, what happens on Amazon with your book when you become a #1 bestseller? What do they then do?
So once you rank higher and higher, they promote you more and more. So you can go either to new releases, which is, show people what hot new releases are out there, or sometimes if you go very fast in the rank, they will call you mover and shaker. And that's another way to promote the book.
So this is what's great, is that Amazon actually becomes your marketing, promotion, business partner for free because you're this hot new release, or what do they call it?
And movers and shakers.
Movers and shakers.
Yeah.
So you hit both of those lists and they're trying to sell you. You're this new hot thing and they're selling you plus. Okay, phenomenal. All right.
Yeah.
So what else do you suggest somebody does for their marketing, to market a book? Because we've got the free launch as a whole campaign and a strategy, and people can do a variety of other things. Before I start talking, what do you do and teach?
So first of all, once you publish a book, you have to let people know that, you have a book published on Amazon. No one will know about it if you're not going to tell them. So it's about showing yourself. And I know many authors having hard time with, showing themselves, telling like, I have a book, go to Amazon and buy it. So you have to do that.
So you mean, if somebody they tell their mom, they tell their friends, they go to networking events and they stand up and say, hi, my name is Trevor Crane and I'm a financial planner. I'm not a financial planner, but I'm an astronaut. And at my astronaut school, I actually have a book all about astronauts. It's a new best-selling book, or a forthcoming book, or I now have a best-selling book, or a soon-to-be best-selling, but tell the world.
Yeah.
Where else do you suggest somebody, who do you tell them? Because that is really key. People publish a book and then... Yeah,
they're like, that's enough. I don't want to say too much about myself. I want to let other people judge. That's not the right way to do that.
Okay.
You have to tell people, and you have to tell them how great your book is.
Really. And I would actually add, and to go buy it.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Tell somebody what you want them to do. Oftentimes people, so let's say they I don't care what they, I do massage.
Yeah.
Well, how about you? Would you like a massage? If you'd like a massage, well, I'm the person to come to for the massage. How about you go get my book, especially if you can price it at $1.
Yeah.
Now, what do you say to somebody who goes, well, how can I make any money? That doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to, so big deal, you sell your book for $1. But you're selling your book at $1 a pop for 100 to 200 a day, which is not slouchy.
Yeah.
But what do you say when someone says, well, how do I make any money in my book if I give it away for free? How do I make any money in my book if it's $1? That's not good for my brand. I don't want to do, and that's not going to make me any money.
Yeah. So first of all, if you sell in big volume, you're going to make money out of it. Second, it's not always about money, because if you're if you're an astronaut, if you're an astronaut and you write about and you write about how to fly to the moon, so people might invite you to speak, and you can charge for that. So your book is actually your best business card.
That's right. Your book is your business card. Okay, completely agree. Preaching to the choir here. So, so it's a great business card, but how do they make money with their book? Because there's a lot of entrepreneurs that are watching, and they're maybe considering having a book, or they thought about it for a long time. What's the business plan? Now, we teach it all in your Epic Book Launch, but people are watching right now, and you've been, before we met, you've been helping people do this for a long time. And you learned your lessons. What do you recommend someone do? What's next?
So, first of all, never stop marketing your book. That's something that you have to do even if your book is 1 month really old, and when your book is 2 years old. You have to market it all the time. You have to let the right people know that it exists, and you have to let your book work for you, but also work to promote your book.
Okay, we're going to take another break, but I think that's a great book title. Never stop marketing your book. So we're going to learn more about that when we come back. We've got one more section here with Allie and Nathaniel. Welcome back. You're watching Greatness Quest. I'm Trevor Crane here with Allie and Nathaniel. We're talking about how you can market your book. We just learned never stop marketing your book, which is also what we teach in the Your Epic Book Launch with all those different phases, is that for at least a year, you promote every phase of your book. Hey, it's now a paperback. Hey, it's now an ebook. Hey, it's now a podcast. Hey, it's now whatever. So phenomenal. What else do you recommend somebody does with their book? What are some key things that most people don't even know that they need to do for marketing?
Okay, so I'm going to go a little backward in a way, because once you publish your book, you have to think marketing and think about movies. They come up with movie trailers way before the movie is released. That's how you need to think about your book. So let's say you have a book coming in about 2 months, create a book trailer. And this is exactly like a movie trailer. Tell your audience something about your book and make sure it's enough, but not too much.
That's got me excited.
So they'll be very excited about your book, and they'll want to click the look inside and then purchase the book once it's out.
I'm excited. I'm actually thinking like Indiana Jones style, like to have fun with it.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
Fun. Yeah.
Okay, so one of the things I brag about when I wrote my book, and I'm really grateful that, well, when I wrote, I've got several books as well, but when I did the same thing as you, I said, hold on, I have this book, but I'm more passionate about this subject, or this is going to be the most relevant to my business, and I can build the business behind it. I published my book with just the title page, or just the cover, and I did not create the trailer video. Maybe I did a little, but I did it more to just promote the sale, like, hey, go get my book.
Yeah.
But that's a great thing people could do, because I tell them, come up with your title, come up with your cover, and then you launch it on Amazon, and then you can run a campaign, your pre-launch campaign. But you're saying potentially even before that, or right along with it, have a book trailer, fun video. How would you have somebody do that trailer? What are the parts?
My first book trailer was something very simple, like me and my camera. I said, my book is coming out. I'm so excited. I want to empower young girls, and that's what I said. Later on, I found a website. I think it's like Stupidflix or something like that.
Stupidflix?
STUPFLIX.
Okay.
I'm going to send you. I'm going to send the link so you can
Is
let
this
them know.
in your giveaway?
It is actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just as I'm going to interrupt for a second. If people are listening to this and it hasn't popped up on the screen, because they get this on podcast as well. If you go to greatnessquest.com/Allie, ALLY for Allie, Nathaniel, you'll get her free gift. She's giving away her 6-step plan to e-publishing.
Yes.
And that's a book that's for sale, but you get this as an ebook. It'll be sent right to you as a free gift, and that'll be in there. Okay, excellent. So, okay, you said my book is coming out, and then you gave a result. You said, I'm looking to empower.
Yes, I'm looking to empower young girls.
Young girls, very specific. I love that.
Yeah, it's very specific, and I'm very excited just to let them know that I'm really excited about it.
Excited is key.
Yeah,
because if you're not excited about it, how?
Yeah, it's
I have
not
a
like
book coming
I
out.
have a book coming out, and I let them know that it's going to be available on Amazon.
Right.
And later on, I created actually a more professional book trailer with images, but that was my first, and that's my favorite actually.
Is it?
It is.
How long was it?
Not more than a minute.
See, brevity is power. I mean, I have such a hard time with that. We talked about that. Sometimes it takes you a lot longer to do things in a short time to prepare it. But okay, a simple you and the camera.
Yeah.
My book is coming out. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking to empower young girls.
Yes.
It's on Amazon. Go get it. And that's your favorite.
Yes, that's my favorite.
Why is it
I
your
totally
favorite?
forgot about it, and I watched it about 2 months ago again, and I said, "Oh wow, that's really nice."
What makes it better than my idea of an Indiana Jones trailer?
It's about the person behind the book, and that's what people are looking to connect with. Once you become an author, people would like to know who you are, and they'll look for ways to connect with you. So it can be a book trailer, it can be go on my website. It can be, give me your email address and I'll give you a free gift. And that's how you build your mailing list.
Right. So this is the difference between having a book where you may never even have that call to action. Because if they're reading your book and you want them to call you, you better should say in your book, call me. If you want them to visit your website, you should give them a reason to go to your website.
Yeah.
Go here to get this free thing. And if you do that, you're hopefully building your list. And my friend never would have none of us would ever make any money unless somebody gives you their email address. So you can then say, hey, now my next book is available, or whatever you're going to offer. Okay, great.
And I just want to share my personal story around that, because when I first published my book, I had no idea about marketing. I had no knowledge about capturing emails. I didn't know anything about it, and I did it about 6 months after the book was published. So I missed around 30,000 people on my mailing list. It's painful, believe me.
It is so painful.
But at least I did it at some point.
At least you figured it out, right? We've all done it. We've all missed a million of those opportunities. Okay. So what else would you share about the book trailer? And you mentioned Stoop Flicks. What is that resource like? Because I interrupted you there.
It's like upload images, add text, add music.
Oh, so you can make the video.
Yeah.
So if someone has technical challenges, which if you know me, that happens from now and then that solves it. You can do the video. So you don't have to be a video and you're not are you a video editor?
I'm not. I'm
cinematographer.
I'm doing that, but I'm not a professional.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm
But
looking
it doesn't
for
need
help.
to be.
No, you don't. And there are many other websites out there to help you do all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so never stop marketing your book. This is how you not. Let's assume you've got it, and let's not even assume they've got it. You used to do a book trailer before.
Yeah.
So you can create a book trailer that is as easy as you pull out your iPhone, which is what we're shooting this on right now.
Exactly.
I mean, I've got some great cameras, but we're not doing that for today's thing. And you can just sit in front of it and say, hi, my name is, here's my book.
Yes.
I'm excited about it.
And I really want to help you.
And I really want to help you or this specific person, astronauts, you cook, not kids in this case, but young girls. Very key, because there's a big difference. I mean, I might have a son. I don't want to get, sparkly me, you know. And this is from a woman who's had 40,000 sales of her book. Okay, so this is really cool. I don't know what the average is, but it's a lot less than that. Because most people that do get the book out never get anybody to buy it. I think it's less than 1,000 books or something like that. Do you know what the number is?
I'm not sure, but I know that with children's books, it's very competitive. So, some people sell 1 copy a day. Some people don't sell any because they don't do anything to market their book.
Okay, so we've got the book trailer. We've got a free launch. Neither of these cost anybody any money. Where do they post this video? Where do they put it? Where do they do it?
YouTube, your author page on Amazon. And you can actually go to my author page on Amazon and see all, the book trailers and images from inside the book.
And people don't know this. They might have the website. Let's say they have a website, and they're like, well, I need to get that Facebook booky thing going on, and then that Twitter thing, and then that Pinterest thing, and my LinkedIn profile. So these are the social media pages that people think to have. And should they put their book there, by the way? I'm just asking.
Not on LinkedIn.
You don't think that they should have it as an available, that they're an author?
Mine are there. If it's a business book, definitely.
Right. But you don't necessarily for your business and say this is my cooking book.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but people don't know that you basically have another whole free section of your author page on Amazon that people will look at.
Oh, that's the most important, thing to do. If you want to publish your book on Amazon, build your author page, add reviews. There are so many options out there, and so much information is inside this free, giveaway. The 6 steps plan to e-publishing that I give you. So really you get links there to all the things that you need to know when you first publish your book.
I love it. Okay, so so we talked about book trailer. Are you leaving anything? We could talk about it for a long time, I'm sure. What are the key components? Are there any key components you haven't mentioned so we can go on to the next thing, or I just want to make
no,
sure.
as for the book trailer, just make sure you're not telling them everything about your book.
Be brief. Your best one was less than a
brief,
minute.
and ask them, leave them wondering about what else they can get.
Okay. Like what would be an example?
Let's say you give them a great value of whatever you do, and then you can find much more if you download the book.
So you're going to say, if you like that, there's a lot more in the book. Anything.
But wait, there's more.
There's 10 steps. I just covered 2 of them on this 1-minute video.
Exactly.
Get the other 8 in the book.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, that's great. Now, you mentioned author page, and then you cut into reviews. And I know you had mentioned off camera that you wanted to talk about that as a whole, another marketing piece. So share that with everyone.
Okay, getting reviews, I can't stretch enough how important it is, because that's what we call social proof. That's how people know that this book is good when they go on the web.
The most important thing.
Yeah. So if you don't have any reviews, they'll say, no one really purchased that book. No one has anything to say about it. I'm not going to buy it. But if you have 30, 40, 100 reviews, people would say, so many people like that book. I should have that. I should buy it for myself. So working on getting more and more reviews, that's crucial for the success of your book. And when I first published Sparkly Me, I had 18 reviews in less than 2 weeks, just by asking people, some of them, that I know, some of them that I don't know.
So here's the thing that is impressive with your story to me is that you weren't so scared to ask.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of entrepreneurs don't. They say, I wrote this book, or whatever accomplishment they have, and they don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
And it's not about, you get over yourself. If you, it's not about you, and it's not about your thing. And I guess I'm saying that to myself. I'm not just saying that to the viewer here. I'm really proud of you. It's great, because you only got those reviews because you asked.
Oh,
because I had a story, I put my book up, and it's not like I don't know this strategy.
It's hard, right?
Well,
to
hold
ask.
on. It actually wasn't. But what it is it's time consuming.
It is.
Because I asked my mom and dad and sisters and brother, and I don't have a brother, but I asked everybody I know to buy the book, and I asked once, I'm like, hey, that book's out, will you buy it? And they bought it. So that was cool. But then when they give the review, now they actually have to go in and write a review and all, and they didn't do it for a long time. And I'm like, you know what, I have other things to do.
I have something to say about that. You have to find the right people to review your book, which means people who did it before.
Right.
Like
people who have reviewed books before.
Yeah, on Amazon specifically, because it's not a big deal for them. They know what,
Yeah, because if you don't, my mom's going, I'm on your site and I don't see
and I don't know what to do. But if you ask a reviewer that has 100 reviews for other products, you send them a free copy of your book and you ask them to review it, they know what to do. Yeah. And it's not a big deal.
And what does it cost to have you send?
Nothing.
What? It costs nothing to do this? So how would somebody find someone that already gives reviews? Like, let's say they wanted to do this, because the thing that happened to me is that I didn't do any. I also call this brand protection, because if you have no reviews on your book and somebody opens it and they don't like it, this happened to me. I had some 1-star reviews on my book. I uploaded the wrong one without the final revisions on formatting, and there were some misspellings in there. And so somebody was very harsh, not one person, but more than one, was really very harsh. And I had these 1-star reviews, and they called me all kinds of names. And all of a sudden, this was a very urgent issue. Yeah, I had this best-selling book with a 1-star review. Not so awesome. Now, obviously, that was my mistake that I uploaded the wrong version of the book, but before I could get it corrected, it was going to cycle. And I had to ask very specifically to, I did some of these strategies to build it up. And now, I don't know what I have now, 50 or 100 reviews or something. And so I'm back. And some people that I don't know, and also they're not my mom, reviewed my book. I don't know if my family I don't think my family ever already got around to it. This is really good stuff to make sure you ask people that give reviews.
Yeah.
Because they love you, but that doesn't mean they're going
And
to...
also other people can look at their profile and see that they are real reviewers. So
Oh, right. So people can search. So if they're looking to see if your reviews are bunk.
They didn't give just one review to you, and maybe they are your mother.
Right.
But they have like hundreds of, and there's like Vine reviewers. I'm not sure about the term exactly, but you can approach people who actually almost work in writing reviews, because it is very time consuming.
So where does somebody find people that already, if they're like, okay, I want to do this review strategy, and it's easy, I think it's easy to do, but it's easier not to do.
Yeah.
So it's a part that I highly recommend you get a team to help you with. I actually engaged a team to help me get my reviews, so I had more people. So where does somebody find good reviews?
Yeah, but you can do it yourself.
Yeah,
so you can go on other books in the same genre as yours and look for people who gave reviews. Click on their username. They might have an email address or a blog that you can connect with them. There are websites.
So using it as a social media channel.
Yeah.
You can look at other people who've commented, look that they've given favorable reviews for a similar type of book,
Yeah.
send them a message, and then you say, here's a gift of my book, which is totally allowed.
Yeah.
You're allowed to do.
Yes.
Would you please give me a review?
Yeah.
And then they
Your
will or they
honest
won't.
review.
Your honest review.
And be very polite about asking
And
them.
that worked for you?
Yes, I got tens of reviews just from
Tens.
and I have relationship with the reviewers. So every new book that I have, I send them a free copy and I get a review.
What does somebody do if they get bad reviews? What would you suggest? they
First
do?
of all, I'm not against bad reviews. Sometimes it's not good for you, and if it can be in what Amazon called abuse, like somebody was drunk in the middle of the night, like somebody wrote a review on my book, I would be ashamed to be your daughter. So,
Yes,
it doesn't mean anything. People would read through that. And you can
when someone
also
leaves a
ask
redonkulous-
you can ask Amazon to delete if you believe it's abuse, but if not, work harder to get better reviews.
So I actually have so I did the same thing. I worked harder to get better reviews and just asked people to review the book. And then I sent some private messages or some messages to some of the reviewers and asked them to reconsider once I had made some corrections in my book. I had someone respond just the other day and they said, wow, they took it from a 4-star to a 5-star rating.
Perfect.
And then they even commented about how engaging and caring I was, and they appreciated it. Now I've got this better relationship with a new potential client.
That's a great point. People want to connect with you. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
If you reply to their review, if you're going to send them an email, they're more likely to like you and give you better reviews for this book or for your next book.
So we've had a long time together here. We've covered a lot of things for marketing someone's book. Did you leave anything out? We've only got a couple minutes left here.
Basically, those are the big
chunks.
Yeah, the big chunks of marketing. There's a lot of work to do. It never ends, and you have to, to believe in yourself and take the time to market your book and tell the world that I'm here. I have a great book. You need to read it and write a review. So.
Okay, hold on. This is actually a formula. I'm here because nobody at this meeting I went to today, the network, they're not telling anybody I'm here. I'm here. I've got a book.
Yeah.
I can't read my handwriting. I'm here. I've got a book. It's great.
It's great.
It's great.
You're going to love it.
You're going to love it. This is so good. This is really good marketing, actually. People don't say that because you got to tell people that it's about them.
Yeah.
Not only is it great, you're going to love it. You're going to learn something specific from it or whatever. Your kid's going to be more sparkly. You're going to love it. And now go get it.
Yeah.
Go get it.
Call for action.
Yeah, a call to action. Go get it. That's excellent. Okay, thank you so much, Allie. Anything else to someone who's watching this if they don't have a book, have a book? Anything else you want to add?
I just want to say that the market today is so great for us, the author. No one can stop you from publishing a book. So just do it. If you need help, there are many people out there like me who can help you get your book published. and it can support your business, or you can start a business from writing a book.
You can. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
our dog Moxie just came in for a last minute cameo. That's normally
Yeah.
my wife. My dog will pop up on. That's Moxie, Trevor Crane, and Allie, Nathaniel. If you want to get the free gift, go to greatnessquest.com/Allie, and you'll get the
6-Steps Plan to e-publishing.
6-step plan to e-publishing. And you can also go to yourepicbooklaunch.com and you will find our book. So you can get that, and you'll get Allie's story, as well as how you can write, publish, promote your book, and never stop marketing your book. I think that's great. We'll see you next week on Greatness Quest, where I'm going to interview someone else. We've got a whole epic system where I'm interviewing a lot of our epic authors that are in the book. So we'll see you next week. Thanks.
Greatness Quest is also available for download on iTunes and Stitcher. See the link in the description below.